What if I told you the most important player of the Chicago Bulls dynasty never actually played a game for them? This is Legends of the Game, Olden Polynice. On the surface, Olden Polynice is just an average NBA center who played during the 90s. He had one skill, that was offensive rebounding. He played for a bunch of teams, and when you take a look at the stats, nothing really jumps out at you. He was just a big man in an era that fetishized big men. Olden Polynice's most important contributions came off the court. We're not talking about the arrest, but we'll get there. His most important contribution was actually on draft night in 1987 when the Bulls traded him and some meaningless draft picks to the Seattle Supersonics to get Scottie Pippen. Pippen, as you may know, became a Hall of Fame player. Olden Polynice just sort of bounced around the league from team to team. Eventually he found his way to the Los Angeles Clippers, who were atrocious at the time. And while he was in LA, for some reason, someone gave him an honorary police badge. That would come in handy during his final seasons in the league. His last stop actually was Utah. He would end up being the team's starting center for the 2 seasons he was there, but starting next to Karl Malone and John Stockton just wasn't enough for him. During that 2000-2001 season, he was arrested twice in a 2-month span for impersonating a police officer. The second time, he even went as far as to say, "I'm with the California Sheriff's Department, and I can have you arrested." Unfortunately, he had no such powers and was actually arrested himself. The people he tried to arrest were not convinced the 7-foot basketball player was actually a police officer. But when you look back at Olden Polynice's career, it may not have been the best, but without him, we would not have the Chicago Bulls dynasty. And for that reason alone, Olden Polynice is a legend of the game.